Hello, this is Murph. I'll show you how to access VMs on the VMware Hybrid Cloud evaluation environment. I will also walk you through some of the steps involved if you like to modify your VMs on this environment as well. As you see, I'm logged into the VMware Hybrid Cloud evaluation portal. And once I log in, I usually land in the summary tab, which gives me a summary of all the services that I have currently running. So right now I have two public cloud servers, which just means two VMs and two external IP address and some firewall rules, and also uh, CPU and memory usage as well, which is really good. So to access my VMs, I go to My Cloud tab. So you see I have two VMs running right now. One is Ubuntu and the other one is actually a Windows 2008. So one good thing about this VMware Hybrid Cloud environment is that you can access the VM console um, itself, which I couldn't do on a Windows Azure or Amazon Web Service cloud, which is great actually. If you're troubleshooting or if you need to, access the console, it's very easy to do that. Um, So I would say, that's really great. So let me see how the Ubuntu console looks like. So I'm gonna click on this console, and it's gonna open up a pop-up window here. So if you have pop-up blocker, it may block at the beginning, so you might have to disable or allow access for this side to launch the pop-up. And looks like it's connecting. Connected. Okay, let me see if I can. Here you go. So I have access to the command line window here. So this also gives benefits. Say if someone um, accidentally changed the network configuration or disconnect a NIC card, then you can still access the VM and then fix it. So that's really handy. So there are icons for sending control alt deletes, which will be handy if you're in a Windows VM, and you can make it full screen. I believe this only works on the Microsoft Windows environment. Uh, and you have to IE or Firefox. That's what they recommend. So let me try the Windows VM here. Okay, let's see login. Okay, I think I have to know the password. So you can see the password here. So there is an external IP and that's the password. Okay. Okay, let me enter that in for. Okay, now I'm logging in. Just gonna. I rebooted this VM last time, so that's why it's giving me a warning. Okay. So you see, I'm gonna disable these interfaces here. So right now, both network interfaces. So it's good they add two network interface um, are disabled, but I'm still accessing the VM here. So that's what I meant by I know pretty handy. So that's good. Looks like they are DSCP. Let's see here. Yeah, static IP. Okay. So they changed the IP address statically. Yes. Okay, so that's pretty much the console access. Let me close this. And so I assign two IP address. So that's also it's possible to assign two IP address. Looks like to a VM. Let me see if I can access this both IP address. And yes, I can. Right. Um, Let me open up another one. Change to the other IP address, public IP. That might not work. Looks like. Just to play, I added one more IP address, and don't think that'll work. Let me close the other one and see if I can. Nope. So yeah, even though you can assign, at this stage I can't. So I'm just gonna go to the view my virtual networks here, and then I can see which VM got what IP. So I'm just gonna edit this and remove. That's how the it's I think the elastic IP configuration on the Amazon side. That's how you do it. On the Windows Azure, it does it automatically. I don't think you can control it in the Windows Azure cloud here. Sorry. And these are under these network settings also you have all the firewall rules. So while it does that, let me take this. Let me wait. Guess. So I think it's really good. Okay, I'm just gonna pause it. I found this environment a little bit slower, most likely because they're only running it on one geographic location, most likely. Because I only saw one cloud. While creating a VM, it didn't give me any option to choose the region that I want this VM to run. So, which is an option that you can get on the Windows Azure or uh, Amazon cloud environment, or even the HP cloud that I tried. I'm just gonna pause this video while it does process. Looks like it's still processing. I think one comment I have, what it does is because while it's processing, it should allow me to access other component on this environment rather than taking over the whole session here, um, which I noticed on the Windows Azure cloud. Um, if you change the firewall or um, some of the settings, you can still perform operations on the VM or go to other VM, create other VMs. So while I'm waiting, I could be creating another VM and not waiting here. I may be able to do so if I launch a different browser window and then log in again, but it could be nice if it's just run it more asynchronous manner on the portal here, just show the status somewhere that it's processing, and I could move on to other stuff in the meantime. But I'll pause the video again and I'll come back again when it's done. Okay, it looks like it's done. It took a very long time, most likely because it's an evaluation portal. I think probably it doesn't have all the power it needs. So I'm gonna so since I only had two IP address, uh, as part of my evaluation. I can add one more here, but I'm not going to do that right now because it's going to take a while. So that's how it looks. Let me go back to this view my public cloud. Just gonna power off this VM here and see how it looks like. So I can, oh, that's good. So I can do a graceful shutdown or immediate power off. Let's do a graceful shutdown. Yeah, and they will charge you even though VMs are powered off, which all the other, I think Windows Azure does that as well. And I'm not 100% sure about the Amazon, but okay, so it's turning off. Just giving a status. While it's doing it, let's see. Let's configure VApp. So you can configure VApp. So if you have multiple VMs, like in a three-tier application, you could combine, for example, an SQL server, and a web server, and a uh, you know client machine, client VM as a VApp if you want, right, to demonstrate the three-tier application. Okay, so it's powered off. So let me see if I can change the configuration right now. So I can change. Can generate a new random password. Okay, so if you want to do more advanced changes, you can basically so now I got, okay, no external IP address. You can go to the vCloud director, which is their vCloud director platform, which gives you more control over the VM, I think. So I'm gonna go there. So one thing I noticed on the Windows Azure are the Amazon Cloud is changing already created VM configuration is not easy. Uh, and I couldn't find an easy way to do that as well. Like I couldn't even do that. So changing the RAM, changing the processor limit and all that. So you probably have to create a template at least in the Windows Azure Cloud, and then you can change it. But let me see here if I can change this one. So I'm gonna click on here, and here I'm gonna go to properties. Has to be powered off. Um, change the name. So if I have multiple VMs, if it's part of VM, I can change the boot order of the VMs sharing. So I can share this VM to different users on the portal, so that they can get access to this portal. So if I create a environment that I want people to access, then I could do so here. It looks like guest properties and metadata. Didn't see the VM hardware configuration changes yet, so let me go to the VMs. This is the VMs configuration, so I'm going to go to VMs configurations here. So now I should be able to do that. So just going to go here and go to properties, so I can power on from here as well. I can upgrade the virtual hardware if I want, and if I upload, say, a older version VMware VM, like I say hardware version 7, and I want to upgrade to the latest version, then I could do that. Create a snapshot. That's really good. More control than I could see in the other cloud environments. So here, so it gives me, so it's already running the upgrade to hardware, so I can upgrade to hardware version 8 or 9 if I want. So that's possible. Virtual CPU hot add. So if I had this enabled, then I could hot add CPUs. So I'm gonna go to hardware. I'm gonna change the memory to, say, 512 megabyte. Okay, disk space, I can add more disk if I want. So that's really good. Way better than the other clouds actually more control. And I can see the network adapter types, so they're all flexible. I cannot change them, but I can at least see what network adapter type. So I should be able to add more network adapter. So that's also great. So now I can change the type of different adapters. It's almost like a granular control, like operating on a VMware vSphere client or workstation. Just gonna remove it, and I can choose. If I have it, I can choose static pool, DHCP, you know, whatever I want. Okay. Then guest host customers in. Password, I can change the password. Resource allocation. So right now I don't have these controls. I mean, if I had bought the subscription, then I would probably got it. So I'm just gonna hit OK, and it's now updating whatever I wanted to change. Then the logs, it shows probably what I'm doing here. So it shows that I upgraded the virtual machine. Expired items, I don't have any expired items. So it looks like it's done. So I'm gonna power it on. CD. Okay, so I could mount CD here if I wanted. If I upload this disk here, then it should show up. Okay, I'm just gonna power on. One thing you notice, if you power on here and then go back here, you don't always see the status updating. Here it's still gonna say off. So a little bit inconsistent, but something probably they could fix in the future. But if I do reload, that might do it. Let's see here. Oh. So still doing it. So should get the status say powered on from here. So I can't access this VM now because let me see if I change the tabs. Still same. Still same. So that's something that they could fix, I guess, in the future. That'll be good. So I can access the console from here as well, right? So let me see if I can go to properties. Can go to hardware. What? That's pretty low memory. So let me see. Probably made a mistake. Let me see if I can hard add memory now. Something happened. I'm pretty sure Ubuntu probably complained. Didn't say I cannot update. Yeah, of course, yeah. So so I couldn't. Okay, let me power it off. Okay. Yeah, okay, now it should work. Saturday the 13th looks like. Okay, now it should work. Okay, so let's go to the catalog section here. And there you can have catalogs, different VApp templates. Um, Say you create a new VM, then you can, add to the catalog, and you can share it to people if you want. And then if you create VApp templates, you can also see them here, and you can also upload your own VApp template here. But I don't have access right now, I think it looks like. And then medias, all the medias that you uploaded. That's really good. More control, it looks like. Go to the administration. There I have my cloud. I don't have any user, so I could add users here if I wanted, and then let them have their own sandbox environment or environment like where they can play with their cloud. General email settings, policies. So you can set up policies here. What will be the leasing policy? What's the maximum? And storage. How things will be cleaned up after they're expired. And quota limit. So more control about on the resource. So looks like it's running here. Okay. Guest personalization. You can join them to domain if you want. Federation. I don't know what it does, but I think you can put metadata into different things and you should have those information here, most likely. Preferences. Okay. Change password. Looks like help. Can I create a feature request if I want? So this is still saying off. So let's go to the view my virtual networks. I couldn't see any option where I could add more virtual networks, like I could see on the Windows Azure cloud. Maybe in administration. Nope. And let me go to the vCloud environment again. It should be in the vCloud environment. I think it's locked down right now, where I could add more networks. But at this stage, I do know that vCloud Director has this option. So I don't think it's enabled right now. So if they could enable it, I could see it, but looks like I can't. So this is the home of the vCloud Director, and you can see all the VMs running. And settings, this will never expire, so that's pretty good. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.